Welcome to another live Frenzy Hangout. Um, Currently testing my live stream. I'm getting better each time, a tiny bit better each time. I think at least getting it started. Welcome to. Good. Okay. Yes, it's going. Okay. I had to make sure that the sound and everything was working on an actual different device to make sure that I know that it's actually running here. So welcome if you're here, and this is actually going to be. I'm going to try to be more condensed this time because we're going to go over some of the stuff that we've done from the last two live streams, three live streams. I can't remember now how many I've done. But first thing we're going to cover is the bug that I actually reported, and then I closed it because I thought it was fixed, and then I reopened it because I realized it wasn't, and that all happened in the middle of my live stream last time. So what was happening is the VSE transparent. So we're working on testing. For those of you who don't know, we're working on testing Blender 5.0 alpha, which is still it is still in alpha until Wednesday, hopefully. And so Wednesday is when the beta is released, and then they still do the bug fixes and stuff there. I mean, what I submitted was just a bug fix. It wasn't actually a new feature or change or anything. But we're working with the video sequence editor specifically, and the new compositing modifier that it has, or compositor modifier, where it links the compositor with the VSE. It's really cool. But when we try to do keying, green screen removal in the background, the transparency wasn't working unless we tweaked some of the stuff. There is a workaround, but anyway, so I said the VSE transparency is not working with the compositor modifier, and then I gave my system information and all of that stuff, and told them the steps on how to do it. It looks like so they've added the file for testing. I did not add this file, so just because I didn't really have a file to upload at the time, I just took a screenshot. Here's the screenshot that I took, and you can see that the footage over here is a green screen, and then the color under it is blue. So all of the background should be blue because all the background has been removed. Let's go back here. So I told them the steps. So I did the screenshot. They put a file up, and then I was like, I tested it again with the newest build, and it looked like it was working. And I was like, oh, well, never mind. I said, oops, this is actually fixed and blah blah blah. And then I went and started doing some more testing, and I had to reopen it because it was still an issue. But the good news is they confirmed it. So Alaska yesterday said I can confirm the issue, and so it is being worked on. And in fact, I think there has been a fix already. So it says fix down here, which I think I opened over here. So the fix is now if a VSE compositor modifier is used to do keying or introduce any alpha to the image, the alpha is not used when blending. And it says this is because the VSE evaluator assumes all modifiers except mask could not introduce an alpha channel, so they need to make an exception for the compositor modifier as well. So by default, it's assuming that it's not an alpha channel. And so I think they implemented the fix. I don't know. Okay, so it says the build is done, but I don't know how to interpret all of this. I did download the alpha from today, the October 6th one, and I opened that as well over here. Let me get Blender up. And it is still not working. So you can see over here. Well, why can't? Hold on. Studio. There we go. So that should be right here, this opacity. And by the way, this is moved. That's another thing that they did. They moved the strip and modifiers tab from here. They moved it up here to the properties panel, which makes more sense because you have strip properties and the strip modifier properties. And then that way we can like pull this down, and this can be a bigger area for us to work in. This is how I originally did it anyway. I had a little hack that I did doing that. But anyway, so we've got the blend mode as alpha over, and then opacity is at 1, you can see, and nothing is under it. But if I do 0.9999, then it works. That's your workaround. So, but here it says 1 still because of my 99. Unless I click in it, it's 9999. It just rounds it up here, which I wish it didn't do. I wish it would just say 0.999. Of course, maybe if I just do 0.999, yeah, that works. But if I add another 9, it looks like it's just 1. And that's where I thought it was fixed. I was like, oh, it's at 1. It's fixed. It's working just fine. But no, if you actually click and slide this back and forth all the way to 1, then it's like at absolute 1. And now it doesn't work. So this is today's version. So it's still not implemented here. Maybe in tomorrow's build it will be implemented. I'm not sure. Are there hourly builds? I could probably look for that. Let me know if there are hourly builds at all. But anyway, so that is it being worked on. And this is something that if you are adventurous and you want to, you want certain things because of your workflow to happen in Blender. It's actually really, I'm nobody. I have a very tiny YouTube channel. And you don't even have to have a YouTube channel to do this. If you submit a bug request, a bug report, or a feature request, especially if it's in the alpha version that they're testing, then you're gonna most likely, especially if it's a good idea, it'll people will look at it and then they'll test it out, if they like it and implement it. Like I was just saying, the strip tab from the sequencer. So you had strip, modifier, tool, cache, and proxy. Now you only have tool, cache, and proxy. And this almost led me to report a bug because I thought this was a bug. I thought this just disappeared. But they moved it over here from one day to the next. They moved it, and that is a feature. That's not a bug. It's a feature. They changed the UI. They changed how Blender was operating. And now that wasn't from my request. That someone else apparently requested that, or they just thought it was a better idea, which it is. And from day to day it changed. So that is just for like an encouragement. If you are wanting to help Blender improve and you do work on something specific that you want to see, like, hey, this is going to make my life easier, this is going to make things faster or more efficient, more convenient, then whatever you're working on, just come up here, go to help, and then click report a bug. And then it will take you immediately to the bug request page. Now, if you're not signed in, you might have to register an account if you don't have an account and log in. But once you're logged in, it pulls all of the information, including your system information, and this is just anonymous information, so no personally identifiable information, and then the Blender version that you're using, including the actual build number. So even if it's like a daily build, then that will be distinguished here with this number. So I highly recommend doing this. And it just says short description of the error. and the exact steps. Check up here first, though. First time bug reporting, you can see your tips here. I'm going to actually open that and we'll go to that later. But then just follow this guide here. Just bullet point by bullet point. Test the daily builds to verify if the issue has already been fixed before you report a new one. And this is why I had everything created as far as the bug for the moving of the strip and the modifiers tab. I had that all filled out here, and I even had a screenshot that I uploaded, and I was ready to click create the issue, and I thought, you know what? Let me go and thoroughly check. Let me just check to see if there's something that I'm missing, and I found it, and I was missing that, and so I just canceled the bug request so that they didn't have to sift through that, because that would have wasted their time. So I do hope that, I am glad that I found that, and but following the steps like this is the best for not wasting their time, and also making sure you include all of the things that you want to include in the report or the feature request or whatever it is. And so so the bug reports, here we go. If you want to do a bug report, you can go here and do this. And like I said, I just made this bug report. Was it yesterday or the day before? No, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before. And they've already fixed it. Because they deemed this important enough to fix for the 5.0 release. Now, thankfully, for all bug releases or bug reports, we still have a whole beta to go through. So I am going to still be testing things out. I'm going to try to maybe edit several of my videos with 5.0 just to catch bugs, and to just kind of see how that how all that what am I trying to say? how all that works together, but also just rigorously testing it. Rigorously testing the things that I want to make sure are working for a stable release. Now 5.0 I don't think is going to be a long-term support release. In order to find that, you can go to where are they? I always forget. Well, it's probably easier. I just saw it too. Blender. Oh wait, hold on. No, it's over. It's over here. Yeah, schedule. Here we go. 5.0 schedule. Yeah, so beta starts on October 8th, which is this Wednesday, and then for a month, looks like. For a month, then we get our release candidate a month later, and then a week later they'll get the stable release. I do want to see what is the long-term support release? Release notes, schedule. I want the overall schedule. Is it blender.org? Can I find it from here? I don't. How do I? Okay, hold on. Download. LTS. Here we go. 4.5 is the current LTS. Can we learn more about LTS? Okay, where's the has been restructured? I'm looking for the so this is what I'm looking for. This is just a screenshot. How do I want to get here. Blender release schedule. benchmark. Oh, no, that's duh. Releases. Predictable releases. Yeah, but I want to see what the I want to see what the release schedule is. Requirements, daily bills, demo files. Blender release schedule. Blender release cycle update. I think we just no, that's that. Okay. Well, no, I want the graph. How do I go to Does anybody know? If anybody's watching, does anybody know? Release cycle. Okay, here's okay. Ah, here we go. Okay, it's not as exactly what I was thinking, but we found it. It is this page. Okay, so 5.2 is the planned LTS release, which they've changed because it was 5 point or it was the point 3. See now 4.2 LTS or 4.5 LTS. I guess it just whichever one they want it to be. So I guess maybe 2 and 5. So this is going to be nice because I always like to do the like bigger projects on the LTS releases because 5.2 is well enough into 5.0 or the Blender 5 that they've worked out a lot of the kinks, they've worked out a lot of the bugs, and they are, you know, they have added all of the things that they're going to add that are new, so nothing new is added, and long-term support releases will constantly get the updates for 2 years, updates of bug fixes and stuff for 2 years. So that is going to be their most stable release when you work with a project, and it's, in my opinion, it's good to have just one Blender version that you're working on in a project, unless you need, for some reason, you need a new feature that's up and coming, and you know you're just going to risk being unstable. So when is the planned date for this? Okay, so alpha is February 4th of next year. That's when the LTS release alpha is going to start. Beta will start June and then July. So not until basically a year, well, less than a year now, but not too, or I mean, a good portion of a year from now. Okay. So welcome if you are watching. We're talking about the testing 5.0 bug fixes, bugs that I reported. Well, this bug that I reported that they've already fixed, but it's not in this daily build. So I'm going to check tomorrow, see if it's in the daily build there. But that is, let's see, where's my Blender? There we go. That's this. And again, just for those who weren't here at the beginning, opacity is at 1. This is transparent. It should show the blue color underneath it, and it's not. Unless I put .999, then, oh wait, then not, that's the wrong one. So that's 1, and then this is .999. There we go. So now it shows the blue underneath it. So that's the bug. They're fixing it. It'll be fixed by the actual release. Well, by the beta, actually, hopefully, which is Wednesday. So I want to test out a couple of other things. I think I did the mask last time, like testing out the masks. And also, if there's anybody that wants me to test out something specific regarding the VSE or anything else, I mean, mostly this is just for video editing. But the addition of the compositor nodes are really awesome. And so maybe I'll see what else I can do here with the compositor nodes. What else would I want to do with let's save this as B. What? B. There we go. What else would I want to do with a movie clip here like this? First of all, let's just make this the end frame here. What is that? Control end? Yeah. And then we can grab this and snap that here. That's for the whole thing. So this is 2 minutes long or whatever. Huh. Okay. I recorded this quite a while ago. You can see that there's a lot more red in my beard than there is now. But we got that we got the keying thing going. Let's see what else should we do? Are we using proxies? Let's see. Let's just say scene size. Okay. That's actually not too bad as far as the removal of the background. I mean, I guess I could try to find. Let's do that. Let's just do it for giggles. Make sure that this works. We'll go to Pixabay. And we'll do photos. And we'll do, I don't know, where do I want to be? Public. Area. I don't know. Probably shouldn't be. Oh, let's do this one. I think there's some people in the background that are just standing still, but we can crop them out. And let's put this over here. And where do I want to save this? Guess just graphics here. So say thanks to Photokrug. Thank you, Photokrug. Go. Shout out. All right. And let's go and let's put that in here. Doop. Oh, that is very small. No. Page down. Page down. Control page down. Nope. I forgot how to do that. Well, let's just grab this. There we go. Except for we need to do this and then crop them out. There we go. I'm waving my hands in an area pretending like I'm somewhere else. And the lighting doesn't, it kind of matches. It's not too bad. Got more of the shadows over here and more of the light coming through here. So that kind of matches. And the color too kind of matches. Okay, so that's good. That works. What else can I do with oh, I have tracking stuff here too. That's pretty cool. Man, I can't. What's creative? What? What's that? We're gonna just do this. We're gonna plug this in. I want to see what this is. Okay, absolutely nothing. Eccentricity? What? I don't get it. Kuahara? I don't understand. I don't get it. So I can't tell if this is working or not because I don't I don't know what it's supposed to do. Let's try pixelate. Oh, yeah, that's working. That's easy. And see, then you can animate this. So let's do. I guess we do it the start, and the size will be what? Okay, I just clicked and dragged in there, and now it's freezing on me. It might. I should have saved it. It might crash. Oh, good. Okay, good. Don't 199. Okay, let's save it first here. Okay. Let's just do 100. Like a little Minecraft character here. But then we can hover over here, press I. Maybe. I. Oh yeah, okay. It just takes a while. And then, I don't know how long. 5 seconds? 10 seconds? We'll do 10 seconds. No, not 10 seconds. Sorry. Frames, I meant. Let's go to frames. Let's go to frame 10. Or actually, it's going to be frame 11. Well, that really crunches. And then this will be 1 or 0. Can we do 0? Yeah. Wonderful face there. Okay, there we go. So now let's we are using scene size. I'm not using a proxy. I probably should just use my proxy. Can we play it? Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, it totally skips through all of that. I'm not entirely sure why. Here, let's turn off the. We'll turn off the overlays for now. Let's do proxy at 25%. There we go. Like I pixelated there for some unknown reason. Okay. Let's make that a little bit longer. That'll be my dope sheet. Dope sheet. Uh-oh. Action editor? Nope. Shape key editor? Nope. Mask? Nope. Cache file. Dope sheet. So this is a node tree. So where would I find this? Because this one's selected right now. And that is the right one, right? Yeah. This is selected, this is selected. Well, I don't know if this is working or not because I don't really mess with the animations for these. Wonder if it's on the timeline. Oh wait, we don't have that anymore. It doesn't look like, unless it moved. Graph editor. Nope. Huh, I wonder if they got rid of the timeline. Actually, let's go check that. I'm curious. Animation and rigging. Cache visualization now available to upsheet all modes. Dope. That's the only dope. That's the only dope. Dope. Well, maybe this was already a thing in another Blender thing. Because it's obviously it's working. I just don't know where I can see and adjust the keyframes. You know, how do I adjust the keyframes for nodes? Here it says node trees, filter by type, node trees, summary, search, data blocks, modifiers. These are all selected. Now everything is selected, and I can't see anything. Do. Control tab. Well, I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's a bug or not. And I can't open this with 4.5.3 because this doesn't exist in 4.5. This compositor node stuff. Um, hmm. Animation curves. Oh, this is just opacity volume curve. But it doesn't have any of the other keyframes. I don't know how to do that. And again, I wonder if the timeline and the dope sheet have been combined. Timeline. Maybe that. Hold on, I'm curious. Let's open. I want to do 4.5.3 as well. I just want to do a new video editing because I want to see if so the timeline is in here, obviously. So it's got to be 4.5. So why is that not mentioned? Excuse me. Okay, user interface. I think it would be an animation and rigging, but maybe. What's core? User interface. Mm, mm. Is this a bug? Can't see the timeline. Geometry. That's what it was called, right? Timeline? Timeline, editor type. So I would think it'd be under, okay. I would think it'd be under animation and rigging or user interface. Unless I'm missing something. Did Blender 5.0 remove the old timeline? There's no evidence that Blender 5.0 has removed the old timeline except for the fact that they've removed the old timeline or it's not there. Okay, well let me go check an earlier build then. Unless again, if anybody else knows. Daily. Library daily. Okay. September 30th. I'm just going to go to the earliest one here, which still had oh no, that removed. What? Did they put do they push them back? Or is this okay? Here's the hash. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this. Okay. That's this one. But okay, what's this one? Okay, so that's different. Okay, that is a different hash. 930. But I know for a fact that in the 930 one, 930, yeah, I know that this was they still had the strip tab and everything in here. Okay, well let's just add in a color strip to test that out. Oh, okay, so you actually have to have a strip in there. Okay, so this is an older version. Good. Okay. Okay. What was I testing? I was testing. Oh, if the timeline was here. Yeah, timeline. Ah, okay. All right. So the 930 release was still had the timeline. Let's look at the October 2nd release. Oh, yep, still, well, it's just down here. Still has the timeline. Well, okay, hold on. Then let me open up a new. Just gonna save this. Save this. And let's just do a new video editing. Oh, no, just new general animation. Okay, yeah, this one starts with the dope sheet. Did that happen before? I'm gonna close all of the blenders now. Okay. Do I have all blenders closed? No. All blenders closed. Okay, this is the October 4th release. This doesn't have it. This looks like it just has the dope sheet. And October 3rd release. Dope sheet. I thought maybe I did read that they were going to do that. This is the timeline. Okay. This one had the timeline. I think they released, or between these two, October 2nd and October 3rd, they got rid of the timeline. Or something. Okay, here we go. Remove timeline editor. Okay, it's redundant. Proposal. Alternative solutions. Someone said something. This can already be done. Template update VFX 2 weeks ago. Okay, for Blender 5, all app templates are getting a maintenance update. List of general changes. Replace the timeline with the dope sheet editor. With dope sheet footer, sorry. Save with compression. Do we have any references to the status of those? Because again, you think it would be in here. User interface. Interface. .5 and older. Okay, they have new icons. Timeline. Okay, I don't know how to I don't know how to search this. This is just mine. Developer, projects. Okay, can I search? How do I search? So I opened this issue. Um, hmm. That's, yeah, me opening and closing it. But I want to search. I want to search this. Search. How do I search? You guys can tell I haven't done this like a lot. I reading these things are always so confusing because I never know, like, there's so much information on the page. I never know what to do. Isn't there like usually it's like a search button? Create. No, I want to. Documented changes for 5.0. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let me search. Well, I'm just going to search using the browser. Timeline. Oh, if I can spell right. Timeline. Okay. Well, what is timeline? Okay. What about dope sheet? Dope. How come it's not here? Add mirror menu to preview strip menu. Delete keyframes from preview. I don't know. I don't know. No, what? I don't want to exit OBS. OBS is asking me if I want to exit. No, I do not want to exit. Well, this is cool. I'm gonna bookmark this though. I'm gonna save this page because it looks like these are all the things that are going to be working on. Um, clear strip keyframes from preview. Copy settings of active scene when adding a new scene. Implement lasso select, which we already have. Oh, these are all the things that are already implemented. Yeah. Update video editing app template. What's this? Mirror update to the videoing app template. The main motivation is to better expose sync scene time, which sits in the footer. This could be done via versioning code, but existing timeline gets on the way and is not easy to remove via code. What else would I call it? Because I guess I think they're calling the timeline. The reason why timeline isn't on here is because all of the editors use the timeline. All of the I guess the timeline, I should say, the timeline is used for the different editors. So let's go back here. The timeline is used for the dope sheet. So this is the dope sheet timeline. But it does look like they've merged it. They've just gotten rid of the timeline editor type, which was a separate thing, but it was sort of redundant. I just wish it's obviously that's what they did, but I just wish I found the actual specific thing. And the reason is because I want to try to find, if we open our recent, I want to try to find where these keyframes are, because I want to be able to edit those keyframes, and I can't edit those keyframes currently with selecting them unless I click normalize, refresh. And I do have node trees. Include visualization of node tree related data. This is the graph editor, dope sheet. Same thing. Should be from 0 to pixelated to, you know. Maybe that is a bug. Or it's just not a feature that it's... I mean, it's a cool effect. And of course, I could always, manually find, where the keyframe is. Because see how this is yellow? That means it's on frame 11 and then frame 1. And that's when the animation happens. Um, but I don't know how to... I don't know how to access those keyframes on the timeline. Look for that. And then I'll probably wrap up here. Not getting a whole lot of action tonight on the stream anyway, which is fine. But yeah, a couple of you might have seen it and then like, what is he doing? This guy doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not gonna watch that. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for... Let's go back to the animation and rigging. Okay, let's look for keyframes. Key frame. I don't want the keying problem. This is cool. All animation editors feature a footer region with playback and frame range controls. Yeah, animation editors. All animation editors use the timeline as well. Editor? Editor, okay. Oh, that's 3 out of 7. Okay. Oh, just, okay. Support for loading animation data from Blender 2.49 and older has been removed. Yeah, I imagine. Um, that's cool. Hmm. A lot of stuff that I would love to learn how to do with compositing. Um, let's try this here. Editor. There we go. do new template and workspace. Story tools. Storyboarding. Adding new app template is a quick way to start drawing on multiple scenes and shots. Ooh, is that implemented? Can we do that? There is storyboarding. Oh, okay. Well, this will be the last thing I'll test tonight. 2D full canvas or storyboarding. I want to try storyboarding. Okay. What's the 2D full canvas? Okay, well this doesn't look like it's 2D at all. It's from the camera perspective mode. I mean, yeah, you could just start drawing, but wouldn't it be... I mean, I guess I can manually place it up on the, take the camera. If I can select the camera. Can I select the camera? Alt-G, Alt-R, and then that puts us here. Grab on the Z and move that up. But this is still perspective. Shouldn't the camera be... See, I don't even have it away, like properties. I mean... Okay, so here's the story. Okay, storyboard actually has... Oh, 2D full cam... I see what I see. Okay. Of course, you wanted the full canvas. But, this should be orthographic because you don't want perspective. So, okay, and then I suppose you have your grease pencil. See, I haven't used grease pencil at all, so I don't know how to change that background. Oh no, I do. Of course, I know how to change that. But that's still in our edit scene. So I can make this white like that. But that should have affected all of the other ones. I don't know. This will probably take a long time to try to figure out. Let's just go to the properties here. Is that what this is? No, because I'm not looking at from the camera. So I don't know how they get the white background here. Unless it's, again, in the theme. It could be in the theme. This is interesting. This UI change here, this the tabs look different. That's kind of cool. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. It's we've gone over an hour, and it's just we were going mostly over like bugs, and if the ones that we had found were fixed and they are working on it. So I'm gonna try to check in tomorrow again. Maybe I'll do a live stream tomorrow. Maybe not. We'll see. But thanks for hanging out, and you will see me in the next one. Okay, now I have to figure out how to